Hello Guardians, welcome back to the second edition to our community focused series where we ask you on Twitter a controversial question and then we make a video discussing it for a little bit because we want to get you more involved in our videos. We want to build up our base of viewers and start conversations that need to be had right now. You have a voice and hopefully our videos will help you be heard. So, we went to Twitter and asked you what you thought about Destiny 2's first DLC, The Curse of Osiris, and this is what you had to say. My name is KillerB61, and this is Community Thoughts. The Curse of Osiris has been the big talk of the town, and for many, many good reasons. There has been a lot of changes made to Destiny 2. Some of them that just make you go, well, how did this happen? You know, you're just confused and left questioning the thoughts and judgment of Bungie. And we've all been chanting questions to Bungie, pleading them to fix our beloved game. And Bungie's response was that the Curse of Osiris would bring about many changes that would alleviate some of these pains we've been feeling. And for some it did, but for most it brought more of the same, and even created new problems that were just very bad. I'm looking at you, Prestige Raid. Of course, this isn't a review. That will be coming later on this week. That's where we'll see most of my thoughts and what those are on the DLC. But the community seems to be pretty happy with the DLC, but also disappointed in what they received and just how much of it is held in Eververse boxes instead of lootable events. I think that itself might need to be its own video also. Oh my gosh, it's hard to talk about this expansion without getting into that. Honestly, that is one of my biggest complaints. So I think that needs a whole different video of its own. But wow, am I getting sidetracked? Let's read some of these tweets aloud so you can hear what your fellow Guardians have said about the expansion. One tweet says, here it is, The Curse of Osiris was okay. Campaign was fine, but the exotics added were mostly from D1. I was expecting more new exotics. You know what? So was I. I was really excited to see in the trailers a lot of stuff coming back, but I was also upset that I knew that meant we weren't getting more new exotics. I don't like the feeling of thinking there was something cool and new that I could have gotten instead of the same weapon that I've been playing with for over a year. They didn't even bring back awesome exotics. Like, yeah, the Jade Rabbit is really cool, and I'm glad that, you know, we Xbox players actually get a meaningful time to play with this game, but Telesto? Did that one really need to come back? I think I would have lived if I never got a remaster of the Telesto. I already experienced that gun, now I want new guns. This was an unfortunate thing to see since the game is so starved for content and new guns. It would have been really good to see some new exciting guns that would have changed the way we play instead of retreads. Masterworks is fine, but Masterworks is just really upgrading guns that already exist. I want new guns, something that has new perks that I haven't seen before, and something that's creative and maybe even expands the lore a little bit. The next tweet I grabbed was this one. It says, it's good, but it just doesn't feel like Destiny anymore. There's no real grind like there was, and that was half of the fun. It was kind of fun, wasn't it? Anyway, he goes on to say Osiris was wasted character, and Mercury is tiny with only one public event. Things can only get better, right? Well, no. Things can very quickly get worse, but Mercury was kind of disappointing too. It is so beautiful to play in, and I want more, but there just isn't. There is only the center area, which is cut off unless you're running the one public event on the planet, which I guess isn't that bad since it's the only one public event on the planet. It's always active, so I guess you can always go there. But they made it seem like this would be a large explorable environment, so much so that it would have secret areas that would only be available if activated by a special event, making one think that there would be other explorable areas to go into while these other areas were inactive. But nope, it's just that ring. Just this one spot right here. And the Infinite Forest is blocked off if you're not running an adventure, making it less like exploring an infinite maze of infinite paths and more like walking a single path with different turns, which is still a big thing technology-wise. I mean, I'm sure that this was no easy feat for the programmers and developers of the expansion and those guys working on that. I mean, you can see that there was a lot of work that went into it, but for gameplay, It's not exciting. If anything, it feels like a one-off mechanic that we might see in a strike or something. I don't know, it's just the DLC of lost potential, I think. Which, speaking of lost potential, I've got another tweet here that brings up Osiris feeling like a wasted character. The tweet says, "I feel like they wasted Osiris." And Mercury and the Infinite Forest. They all could have been great, but they all feel like Bungie just did the least possible. You know, I think Bungie did work really hard. I think I said that a second ago. They worked really hard on this expansion, and you could tell that they were excited to give this to us, so I wouldn't really say it's fair to assume they intentionally made small content. I just think it's unfortunate that what we did get could be received like that. Osiris definitely seemed MIA through most of this expansion. I was dreaming of a grand adventure where Osiris, the greatest guardian who ever lived, the Zavala before Zavala, got himself into some trouble, and somehow my guardian found him, right? He's cool, and became the only one who could save him, and through that we'd become companions, and, you know, we'd be besties, and fight together to defeat the Vex in some huge plot no one at the tower realized was happening. But instead, we just get these great value versions of Osiris for most of the campaign. I think they called him Echoes. We don't even see Osiris, the actual Osiris, until the end of the expansion, and that is only so he can return from his centuries-long absence to say hello to Ikora, tell you, good job, and then he just pieces out again. Like, dude, no, you don't get to do that. And no one told him the speaker was dead. Yeah, your buddy is dead, dude, so sorry. Okay, see you in another 200 years. Like, I don't see how that is a good way to handle the character. And honestly, I was really sad to see Osiris walk back into that portal and disappear. I was really excited to see how he would interact with the other members of the Vanguard he hasn't seen for centuries, and then they would struggle to work together or something like that. Or maybe he'd be shocked to see how the tower is destroyed and the speaker is dead. Like, wasn't the speaker, like, his father or something? No, that's Saint 14. I'm getting confused now. Just something more than what we actually did get. Something more than this.
Vex's mind is destroyed, and the path to their dark future is gone with it.
And in case you were wondering, our guardians were amazing.
Our guardians? Huh. My guardian. Guardian thief.
Osiris, it's been a very long time.
Too long, I was going to say student, but well, that word is too small for you now.
I've had other teachers. Time. Pain. A guardian who makes a habit of the impossible, who I'm proud to call a friend.
The world has changed.
So has the city. You could come back with me.
No, my place is here now. We stopped the Vex this time. But many equations lead to the same solution. If they were ever to find another... Besides, I predicted many things, but I never saw you. Now we have a future. The pathway to the forest will be open if you ever need to find me. Or if you want to talk.
I'd like that.
Great. Galaxy saved. Friends again. Our big hero over here. And by the way, you're welcome.
Come, little light. We have infinite realities to explore. And all the time in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all the time that I have. I think I might launch into some major salt, which isn't really the intent of this video. As funny as those videos are, I don't want to make Bungie feel bad. I think the story was fun, and I do want to give them credit where credit is due. It just could have been better is all. And I feel like that's what everyone else in the community is saying as well. They enjoyed it, but they were expecting more, and they feel a little let down. Alright, I'm rambling. I gotta go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like down below to let us know if you did, and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss another episode of Community Thoughts. This one, I really do put some time into writing these scripts and really breaking down an issue and talking about it. I have fun making these videos, and I really hope you enjoy watching them. Once again, Guardians, my name is KillerB61. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. See, I got real ASMR on you right there. I think I'm gonna cut this out.